enough to pick up the Spirit Stone, he's not going to be getting that Spirit of the Elder Lizard anytime soon. And without that item completed, he's not going to get that true damage burn or the additional bonus from the Conservation passive. On the other hand, Kha'Zix, he might be getting that much faster.
Lampeasy just a little bit too late to the top lane. It was a good idea. He almost picked up that free kill on the Lulu, but just a little bit too late. No boots yet.
Yeah, and just standard stuff so far. What sort of a team fight do you think we're going to be seeing at the Dragon? Do you think that's going to happen in the next minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes?
Out of the side of Connecticut, I think they're going to want to wait as long as they can, just because they have that Kog'Maw. If they get some sort of advantage, a really successful gank or something like that, they could go for it. But in my opinion, that would be a little bit of a mistake. But we do see Jarvan coming back down here again, really trying to get that Kog'Maw started.
Dark Binding misses. Jasmine goes in, misses the knockup onto Courage. Courage has his flash and his exhaust. Exhaust dropped on Lucian, but a heal means Courage can walk away. Here's Lampeasy from behind. Dark Binding for a bit of disengage. Now with T-Money, he's going to have to run away from this as well. Jasmine waiting in the bush to try to intercept anything that he can. Kha'Zix leaps in. Flash goes down. Jasmine low. He's going to slide away, no problem. That was a Michael Jackson slide escape if I ever saw one.
Yeah, there was a lot of potential for a big gank there from Connecticut. Unfortunately, the skill shot just did not connect. Teleport was actually used by Lulu to get back into the top lane there, so nothing, no pressure from them. That does open up a little bit of an opportunity for Florida State to do a Dragon. However, it looks like they do want to just stay content with this passive mid-game, or passive early game farming like we've been saying.
I really love the play from Courage NA in that bottom lane, not using any summoner skills whatsoever to escape from both a Dark Binding and a knockup from Jarvan. That is some really patient stuff there. Janna, not a very tanky champion. It would have taken only 3 or 4 hits from Clara in order to really burn him down, but that didn't happen. He just casually walked away knowing that the AD carry Clara would be focused on Hypoxia, and he was faster than Jasmine 33 because of that lack of boots and the Janna passive. Really clever stuff, and that means that right now, there are no summoners on T-Dollars, aka T-Money, but Courage has both of his.
Yeah, it's very true. Courage, being able to play that Janna to the extent that she really is capable of, she's probably one of the best champions at avoiding ganks, other than maybe Thresh with his Lancerns. But I think the most fun to actually play Janna is when there's a big 4v4 fight going on bottom, because you have so much control early on in that game with all of your CC, your ultimate, your exhaust. Just a fantastic support champion, and I'm really happy to see her back in the meta.
Here's the gank in mid lane. Mr. Flaccid going to be taking a lot of damage. That zone control means he's having a hard time. A quick shockwave finds only Lampeasy. He's forced to flash out. Dark Binding as T-Dollars comes in from behind. Lampeasy is not going to get that. That actually is going to go to Mr. Flaccid.
Unfortunately, Lightning did not have his ultimate. He probably would have been able to secure that kill on Flaccid, but just a few seconds too short.
Oh, he's actually got it right now. He doesn't have enough mana for it. Oh, he tosses it on the minions. With Jasmine pushing up in the front lane, means it could be a little bit of pressure on the turret with Lightning's lack of mana, but the Chalice of Harmony keeping him safe for now. Pretty powerful gank. That's actually the first blood of the game. What was that, 8.5 minutes in?
Yeah, like we were saying, quite passive. Even these top winners can't really kill each other unless Necro decides to go back in.
Just looking to get some action now that wild growth has fallen down. Sapling gonna pop for a little bit of damage, but Avanti safe for now. Flash goes down, and Necro, he's gonna casually walk away from this, successfully having bullied Avanti away.
He actually flashed out of the damage coming up from the ult out of Malachi. When obviously Vengeful Maelstrom is dropped, it does do a lot of damage, and him actually flashing out at the perfect time avoided that damage from actually connecting.
Now, Necro does have a Catalyst, a Protector. He could be trying to push for a quick level up, get that regeneration, and try to go for a dive on Avanti, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen for now. Necro is just going to continue pushing his advantage and force some of the CS out of Avanti's favor, especially now that the teleport is back up just now. But now it's 10 minutes into the game, only a single kill has happened, leading to exactly a 400 gold difference. That means that right now, Florida State University has made up the difference in that kill gold, and the only thing that they're lacking is that first blood gold bonus. This is some really powerful stuff coming out from Florida State.
Yeah, I really do agree. However, I think that Connecticut is really in the spot that they want to be. They don't want to do anything too crazy, too aggressive. They just want to make sure their Orianna and their Kog'Maw farm up well and are able to take over that late game. They have that incredible shield comp, and maybe we'll be able to see their teamfight prowess in example right here for this Dragon.
Yeah, quick 5-man collapse onto the Dragon. It is going to be successfully picked up by Jasmine33. Necro doesn't want to get involved in that team fight. And Connecticut walk away with the first Dragon of the game very confidently, very safely, and it appears that, oh no, we were actually reconnected.
Awesome.
That bodes really well.
Yeah, so that's actually really smart coming out of Connecticut. Again, like I'm saying, they know that they don't need to fight early. They've got the late game advantage. As long as they play it safe, play it smart, they'll most likely be able to take this game. They do have just the superior team fight comp.
And, whoa, Lampezi gets caught in a dark binding here. Shockwave could go down. A flash is used, and Lampezi freezes. Oh! Did he escape? No, he actually made it over the wall with a quick leap. Wow.
Did he evolve that leap first? Yes, he did. So that's what happened. He had his evolved leap, and it allowed him to get out of that Morgana ultimate safely.
Yeah, I was very scared for a moment there because he froze, and I heard the sound of the evolving, but I didn't see it happen because the game froze up a little bit. But great play coming out from Florida State University. Now, we were talking about Connecticut waiting out for the late game. They want to try to get that Orianna and that Kog'Maw fed. What can Florida State University start doing to force fights within the next couple of minutes?
They really need to take advantage of that Kha'Zix power spike and catch people out, just like Jasmine walking in a little bit too deep here.
Oh, he's going low, jumps over the turret, Leap follows him, and a quick assassination means Lampezi gets it. He might follow that isolated Avanti, but isn't going to go for it. Mr. Flaccid finds Blightning in the middle of the river, and I assume he's going to be trading right now. That gets put up on the top, it's going to miss, and Mr. Flaccid walks away taking a lot of damage. This could actually be Blightning looking to follow up and try to get the kill. There's no mana coming out from Mr. Flaccid, but he's going to make it away to his turret in time. Wow, Mr. Flaccid narrowly escaping.
Yeah, really good map movements coming out of Florida State University, finding these champions that they need. They need these picks on. Obviously, the Jarvan and the Orianna is where most of the attention is being focused onto right now. It is pretty hard to gank a Kog'Maw in the bottom lane, especially with Morgana protecting you. Also, a Janna isn't the best at helping you set up ganks. So like we were saying, the things that they need to do really is just, since they're not really winning these lanes as hard as they need to sort of escalate their mid game into an advantage in the late game, they really need to group and sort of make these team fights happen before the Kog'Maw is able to scale up into that massive power spike.
And that's going to be the first third of the game going down in that bottom lane to Hypoxia as T-Money and Clara are looking to make some action happen. But you're exactly right. It's 14 minutes into the game, roughly even in gold. The only advantage that Connecticut have right now is that first Dragon. And because Dragon is a regenerating objective, that means that Florida State University, they'll be able to contest it much more easily the next time it spawns. But Jasmine, looking like he's getting a little bit too overextended, leaps the wall. That's the second time we've seen him get overextended, and Client seems to be bugging out a little bit. I'm sure he's running for his dear life right now. Either that or there's an epic fight going on.
Yeah, this is exactly what FSU needs to do. They did take that early tower, and being able to dictate the flow of the game now that they have that map advantage means that they can force fights around Dragon just like they're doing right now. And if the game does unfreeze, we can see how it does turn out.
But, of course, oh, there is an error. I'm getting an error, at least. I don't know if you guys are.
Yep, me too.
So we'll go ahead and reconnect.
Not as bad as it has been the last couple days.
Yeah, it's really looking a lot better this time around, getting a much more stable connection for solid 5-10 minute chunks, which is really boding well. So at least Riot is putting effort into fixing the problem.
Yep. Maybe a little bit more could be used, but, you know.
We can assume that they're putting effort into it. I'm sure we're whining and moaning, and for the past month, there's been a team of 10 developers just working night and day trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm sure they're watching us right now just cursing us, being like, you don't know how hard we work.
Cool, so I have reconnected. I'm at 14 minutes and 20 seconds right now.
Yep, I'm right there with you.
Cool, so I don't know if we've missed anything too vital, but it still appears to be 1-1, so no crazy snipes or kills. Looks like Jasmine was able to escape on his own. But as I was saying before the disconnect, Jasmine got caught out there a second time. Seems like he's getting a little bit overzealous in this game.
Yeah, he really does need to just realize that his lanes are doing pretty well, and they don't need to get too excited. They just need to play that safe. It is boring, but as long as they play safe, they play smart, they're able to just sit back and really kind of just ride their coattails to victory.
Yeah, right now it is about a 300 gold lead in favor of University of Connecticut, so they're not really looking to push their objectives too far as the CS count continues to rise. Currently 120 on Enchantress Clara, a little bit less than that 10 per minute, but he's still doing pretty fantastic as far as Kog'Maw is concerned. He doesn't really need to worry about anything until he starts getting to the 25, 30-minute mark. He needs to have that Trinity Force and Last Whisper completed. But for the time being, seems like he's doing good.
Yep, and we do see Lucian actually completing his Infinity Edge right around the time the dragon will respawn. We got about a minute on that. So really good timings. If they can keep Kog'Maw, doesn't look like they'll be able to. I was going to say if they can prevent Kog'Maw from buying his Triforce, they would have a big advantage in that next team fight. Let's see if he can afford it. Yeah, he's got it. So looks like we're probably going to see a pretty big team fight around Dragon if Connecticut decides that they do want to contest. Both teleports, or sorry, only Lulu's teleport is up. However, Maokai, we can expect to see him make his way down there as well.
Yeah, so I just crashed. I'll try to reconnect as quickly as possible. Dragon spawns in about 45 seconds, so hopefully we make it back into the game by then. I'm really looking forward to that big team fight. There's no way that Florida State University is going to let University of Connecticut snipe that dragon just like they did the first time around. Florida State University have got to put up a fight if they want to continue to claw their way back into the game after that sort of, I wouldn't exactly call it a rough start, but there was certainly some gravel on that road.
Yeah, I feel like if Florida State University can find the team fight that they're looking for, this is really what's going to set the tone for the game for the next 15 minutes or so. So I am reconnecting. Hopefully I'll be in the next couple seconds and we can see how this team fight goes.
Yeah, I also am reconnecting. I'm at 100% for every loading, but I'm not actually loading into the match itself. And that